Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go, baby.
That's it.
Let's
Beat the
go.
Heat. Beat the Heat.
Yes, sir.
Beat the Heat.
Let's do it.
Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well. So this past weekend was a good weekend for me. I graduated from Babson with my MBA, and then also went to the Celtics game, Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Celtics and Bucks. Given that two big things happened during the weekend, I decided to kind of split my Friday lifestyle vlog up. So this will be the first part, which is the Celtics game, and so I know I'm switching it up a little bit, and I apologize for that, but that's life, you know. It's not always regular and consistent, and so I guess here I'll just talk about my the Celtics game, and then on the when I do the Babson graduation vlog, I'll talk about my week and stuff like that. But yeah, as you saw, a great game. Was like a, I think within, like a 10 to 14 point game, sort of with like 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and Game 5, actually, the Celtics had that same type of lead, like 14 with 10 minutes to go, and we lost that game. So not by any means out of the Bucks' ability to come back, but this game, we turned that 14 into 20 kind of thing, and it worked out really well. I think it's really interesting going to the game, because you see the angles a lot better than you do when you're watching TV, because the TV is the side by side, but the angle you see it that we're at, you can really see the whole picture. And I also think it's interesting. You notice different things that you wouldn't notice like on TV, for example. And I think both coaches do this, but like on like timeouts, they'll have like, I think 3.5 minutes or something like that before the game resumes, and for a long period of that time, Ime Udoka and Coach Mike Budenholzer would spend until 1 minute left with assistant coaches, and then for that last minute before the game resumes, they'd come in and coach up, maybe talk about a play. But I just found that interesting, because I assumed coaches would use like all 3.5 minutes to coach, but I think like the first 2.5 minutes, the players are just kind of resting and they're by themselves. I think the interesting thing for me is, as an adult, just having the purchasing ability and decision making to buy Celtics tickets. That's something when you grow up, when you're like 12 or 13, you don't ever want to like burden your parents with that, and so it's fun, I think, for anybody that's younger and wishing that they were going to games. As I look back, I wish I went to more, like I never went to a game between the 2008 to 2013 time period, and so I just that's when Kevin Garnett was here, and Paul Pierce, and they were doing pretty well, but I never went to any of those games, and so just trying to take advantage of it as an adult and not miss out on enjoying what could be history. The Celtics will definitely have a top four finish. They're one of the only four remaining teams left, and they have a chance to make it to the NBA Finals. So we'll see what happens. And then just, I think this is very cliche, but just in terms of the theme of what I try to do in terms of life advice, I think it's important, whether you're a basketball fan or not, to think about, the Celtics, I think, were something like 18-20, is how they started. And, people were really down on them, saying break up the team and things of that nature. Trade the two best players, they can't work together. And then, from January onwards, they kind of shifted the energy and, ended off the season from like a certain date in January is like, the best record, I think 27-8 and number one defensive team and things like that. So, and now, as I said, they're gonna finish as one of the top four teams this year. And then, even in this series, they were down 3-2. But they stayed, the course. They stayed within themselves and stayed confident. So, just for anybody out there, just remember, patience. Ime is a first-year coach. There are obviously some new players on this team from last year. Everybody thinks or hopes or, gets nervous if it doesn't happen immediately, in terms of success. But sometimes it takes time to gel and build chemistry. And, I don't know, sometimes the adversity, being down 3-2, this could be a blessing. It forced all these guys to dig deep, see if they were going to fall apart or if they were going to come back stronger. And they came back stronger. Hope you guys are doing well, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.